Hybrid games were somewhat rare back in the retro days. Hybrid games being games that would have two or more genres in them, like Blaster Master, with its driving and platform stages, or Air Fortress, with its flying and platforming stages. Today's game is similar to those, but it's also very unique. Let's have a look at The Guardian Legend, released in 1990 on the Nintendo Entertainment System by Compile. Let's pop this one in and see what makes this Guardian so legendary. Long ago, in a distant galaxy, an alien race sent a huge world called Naju hurtling towards the Earth, loaded with a cargo of mysterious life forms. During the long journey, these creatures have multiplied and become increasingly evil, and now Naju teems with evil. However, deep within the complex globe are self-destruct mechanisms that can be activated before it reaches Earth. Now, you must battle your way deep within Naju's labyrinths. You are the Guardian of Earth, and your saga will become the Guardian Legend. So, as stated, the Guardian Legend is a hybrid-style game. It combines shoot-'em-up sequences, like 1943, with top-down action adventuring, like The Legend of Zelda. In fact, the marketing for this game even mentions Zelda.
The action was blazing in Zelda. The adventure was a blast with Link. Now experience Guardian Legend.
The game is quite open-ended, with a massive overworld to explore and many, many rooms. In some of these rooms, there are blocks you can shoot, and that will reveal power-ups, other entrances, chips, or nothing. Usually nothing. You start out with unlimited ammo on your pea shooter, but you can upgrade to more powerful weapons, such as the saber. Check out these Roomba enemies. The exploration sections, as mentioned, are quite similar to Zelda 1. As for the shoot-'em-up parts, well, to me, they are frantically frustrating. And if you've been with me for a while, you know I prefer my shooters slow-paced and a little easier. Aerial Assault is a great example. I mean, I love 1943, but even that is pushing it. Visually, this game is one of the best in its class. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't impressed with it, especially running on an NES. But Compile have always been masters of shooting retro games, releasing such classics like Xanax and AEST. Musically, it's no slouch either, with some very decent music and great sound effects. Now, I never had this one growing up, or had even heard of it until a few years ago, when I was reading through a NES Hidden Gems article. I bought this game based off that, and for the most part I'm happy with my purchase. But I cannot begin to tell you how hard I found the literal first stage. With no exaggeration, I nearly couldn't get any decent gameplay footage for this episode. Extremely difficult for me. And the inside dungeons are very confusing and maze-like as well. This is absolutely a game you want to map out, take your time with, and take notes. It reminds me a lot of Zillion, actually, in that regard, on the Master System. So this one was actually a sequel to the MSX computer release, Gardak, I think is how you say it. Speaking of sequels, this one itself technically never got one, but it did get a spiritual successor of sorts, in Sigma Star Saga, released on the Game Boy Advance. Funnily enough, this very year, in fact, in a couple of months, this game is getting a DX remaster, similar to Alex Kidd, I'd imagine. So I'm definitely keeping my eyes out for that one. Now, on pricing, this one being considered a hidden gem will definitely reflect its price. A loose cart is going for around $50, and if you want complete, you're looking at about $150, or I've even seen $200 Yikes. So, that was the Guardian Legend. Now, I will say it does deserve to be in a lot of, hidden gems NES lists. It's a really good game in pretty much all its departments. But, so, my show is about finding games I will replay and, I want to go back to. And if that happens, I'll put it on the shelf, and if not, it'll go in the barrel. Now, that's not to say that the things in the barrels are bad games, they're just ones that I won't necessarily replay and go back to. Now, this one, for instance, for me was so difficult, it took me 20 plus tries just to get through the first damn level. And at my age, and with the amount of games I have at my disposal, I don't need that stress. Now, once again, it's a good game and has a lot of merit, but it's not one I'm going to pick up and play if I can't get through the first level. Of course, that's a me issue, it's not the game's fault. So, having said that, this host will be going in the barrel of shame. Now, in retrospect, there are no bad games. But apparently, there are bad gamers. See you later.